Could you survive 24 hours in the year 1347? You're about to find out. You blink once, the sky is gray. The air smells like dirt, fire, and something worse you can't identify. You're lying on something hard. It's moving. You look around. You're in the back of a wooden cart, surrounded by turnips or corpses. You're not sure which. You sit up. Bad idea. Your head spins and your vision goes blurry for a second. Everything hurts, especially your pride. A man walking beside the cart glares at you. He's got 2 teeth and 3 suspicious boils on his face. "You alive?" he asks. You don't know how to answer that. Instead, you say, "Where am I?" He snorts. "Hell, probably, but the locals call it England." Great. You're in 1347, which means you have no phone, no clean water, no vaccines, and no rights. And the plague is on its way. You hop off the cart. Your legs don't like that. Neither do your knees. You nearly fall into a puddle, but something tells you it's not water, so you manage to stay upright, just barely. The village ahead looks like it was designed by someone who hates joy. Mud huts, crooked fences, smoke rising from chimneys. People everywhere, all wearing the same expression. Tired and mildly doomed. You walk into the village, trying to blend in, which is hard because you're wearing what looks like a potato sack, and everyone else is wearing worse. A child throws a dead rat at you. You keep walking. A woman yells something about devil eyes. You don't know if she's talking to you. You hope not. You reach the town square, if you can call it that. It's a patch of slightly less mud, surrounded by people selling things that look unfit for human consumption. You're starving. You approach a man selling something on a stick. It might be meat, might be wood. Hard to tell. You point and ask, "How much?" He eyes you. "A penny." You check your pockets. Empty. Of course. You try to smile. "Can I owe you?" He throws the stick at your feet and spits. You take that as a no. You walk away, clutching your stomach. You're going to need food, water, and a place to not die. You head toward the well. There's a line. The bucket comes up full of brown water. A woman dips a cup in and drinks. She doesn't die immediately, so you take that as a good sign. When it's your turn, you lean down and scoop a handful. It smells like sadness. You drink it anyway. Now you need work. You find a man yelling at a pig. He looks like someone in charge. You say, "I'm looking for work." He looks you up and down. "You got hands?" You hold them up. He grunts. "You can shovel muck for the stables, 1 loaf a day." You accept. The stables are worse than you imagined. The floor is made of something you don't want to identify. The animals hate you on sight. One goat tries to bite your foot. You start shoveling. The first hour is fine. The second hour, your back starts protesting. The third hour, you're convinced you're going to die here. Around noon, you get your lunch. It's a piece of bread that could be used as a weapon. You bite into it and lose a piece of tooth. Worth it. You sit in the corner, chewing slowly and trying not to cry. The stablemaster walks by. "Get back to work," he grunts. You nod and stand. Your legs say no. You stand anyway. By late afternoon, you're covered in filth. You smell like despair. Your hands are blistered, and you're starting to hallucinate that the horses are judging you. They probably are. Someone screams in the village. Everyone stops. You peek outside. There's a man lying in the dirt, clutching his chest. Someone whispers, "It started." You know what they mean. The Black Death has arrived. And you're still here, still broke, still wearing a potato sack. And you've got 12 hours left. You back away from the scene slowly, pretending not to care that someone just died 5 feet from a turnip stand. A small crowd has gathered around the body. Nobody's touching it. Nobody's helping. They're just staring. Like it's a weather forecast. "He coughed blood," someone whispers. That's all it takes. The square empties in seconds. You're left standing next to a corpse and a dropped loaf of bread. You think about taking the bread, then think about dying, then take it anyway. You walk fast, not because you have anywhere to go, but because walking fast makes you feel like you have a plan. You don't. You duck into a small alley between two huts. The air is thick. It smells like wet wool and bad decisions. You sit on a pile of something soft and suspicious and try to breathe. 12 more hours. You think about your life. You've been in 1347 for less than a day, and you already have one job that pays in crumbs, one possibly cracked rib, and a close personal relationship with feces. It's going great. You hear footsteps. A boy appears at the end of the alley. He's maybe 10. Filthy. Wide-eyed. He points at you and says, "Are you dead?" You blink. "Not yet." He nods. "Want to see something gross?" You don't, but you follow him anyway. He leads you to a barn. Inside, 3 other kids are poking a dead sheep with a stick. One kid is wearing what might have once been a boot on his head. "This one had boils," the boy says, proud. You back out of the barn slowly and remind yourself, this is normal here. You're starting to feel warm, which is concerning because it's freezing. You touch your forehead. It's sweaty. That's bad. You try to convince yourself it's just from the stable work, or stress, or the 700-year-old bread you ate earlier. You cough. Just once. It echoes in your skull like a death sentence. You need somewhere to hide. You walk until your legs wobble, then find a low stone wall and collapse behind it. There's moss. You lie on it. It's the best mattress you've had today. You close your eyes, just for a second. When you wake up, it's night. Your teeth are chattering. Your hands are stiff. Your face is wet, either from dew or something worse. You don't ask. You stand, slowly. You cough again. Twice this time. Your chest burns. You need help. You remember someone mentioned a healer. You limp through the village searching. You find a hut with a sign outside, a crudely drawn chicken with a halo. You knock. An old woman opens the door. Her hair is wild. Her eyes are sharper than knives. "You sick?" she asks. You hesitate. She grabs your face with one hand and sniffs you, literally. She pulls you inside. The room smells like onions, dirt, and whatever boiled frogs smell like. Herbs hang from the ceiling. Something is bubbling in a pot that should not be bubbling. She sits you down, looks into your eyes, presses your neck, slaps your shoulder, then says, "You're cursed." You say, "Excuse me?" She nods, serious. "Bad spirits in your chest. I'll draw them out." She throws something powdery in the fire. It sparks purple. You stare. She pours something green and thick into a cup and hands it to you. You drink it. It tastes like mold and regret. You throw up in a bucket. She claps. "It's working." You lie back, dizzy, sweating, freezing, and still coughing. She wraps you in something furry. Might be a dog. You don't care. You pass out. Hours later, you wake up. Still alive. The healer's gone. The hut is quiet. There's a note beside you. You can't read it, but it smells like garlic, so you assume it's medicine. You stand. You feel not better exactly, but not dead, which is a huge win. You step outside. It's dawn. People are out again, shoveling mud, avoiding each other, whispering. You walk toward the stables. The stable master sees you and frowns. "You're late." You nod. "I survived." He grunts and hands you a shovel. You look at the sun. 24 hours. You did it. No money. No glory. No fish. But you lived. And in 1347, that's about as close as you're going to get to winning.